Hi, welcome to Stamp with Ginny. Today I'm going to show you how I made this great little scissors charm that I made recently for the Blue Mountain Stampers Retreat. They're quick and easy, and they attach to your scissors so that you can differentiate your scissors from everyone else's. So let me set this aside and I'll show you how I got started. Okay, let's get started. The first thing you're going to need is some filament, and I just picked that up at my big box store along with some of these little beads. You can even find them on a string already strung together so that you don't have to think about it. I'm also going to use one of our Something Borrowed embellishments from the Stampin' Up! Occasions catalog. Now I know that this is retired at this point, but you can use a bead at the end or design something else. So I've simply attached that onto my thread, and then I am going to start stringing beads. Now I've doubled the thread, and I hope you can see this because I know it is fine, and you'll have to forgive me because this is close work and I don't always do well with that. So I'm going to simply string the beads. And I've laid them out here in order. I'm using my silicone pad because it kind of keeps them in place so they don't roll all over the place. And I'm just adding one bead at a time on that double thread. Okay, through the miracle of technology, I've got my beads strung along with my little embellishment, and I'm going to take a crimp bead. These are really tiny, so I find picking them up with my tool here helps so that I can slip the thread right through the center, and sometimes you have to do one thread at a time. It just depends on the strength you're using. There you go. Or I'm sorry, this thickness. So I've got that on. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take my silver plated Euro lever, say that 3 times fast, and slip that onto the line also. Sorry, I need to do this right-handed. Okay, and I'm going to slide that down. And I'm going to rethread this double piece all the way through my beads as far as I can to help lock them in place. So let me show you how I start that. I'm not going to do the clip for the lever, but I am going to do the crimp bead. And if you find doing this individually helps, that's fine. Let me get it started quickly here. Okay, there we go. So I've got it started, and I'm going to simply slide my beads up over that. And keep running it through all the beads. Now this part you don't have to be real tight, because we can snug it up in a few seconds. Okay, I know it's not fun watching me do that over and over again, so here we go. I've got it all the way through. I have those 2 extra threads coming through the bottom, and all I'm doing is pulling on it in order to snug it up. I don't want it too tight. You do want the beads to be able to move. And then the key here is that little crimp bead. So I'm going to take my tool again and put it on that crimp bead, and I'm going to squeeze. That locks everything in place. Can you see how flat that looks now? And then all I have to do is take my little paper snips and trim that extra thread off. And there you go. I've got my charm ready to be attached to my scissors. There you go, a fun way to decorate your Stampin' Up! And paper crafting scissors. If you'd like any Stampin' Up! Products, feel free to stop by my online store. It's open 24/7, and you can get there from my blog, www.stampwithginny.com. Thanks for joining me.